Good morning, guys. Welcome back. I'm in a graveyard right next to a massive hospital. It is on a main road, so you will hear the hum of traffic, unfortunately. But it goes right down to the bottom there, not too far. So I think what I'll do is I'll try and concentrate down that end, purely for the fact of the road noise from the traffic. But I just wanted to come this way first, just to have a look. There is quite a large cemetery at the other side. That's all newer graves. But I thought I'd come here to the very old section. And it is quite old. I'm 1923. I mean, some graves you can't even read. Some of the gravestones here are weathered, worn down, and broken. But it looks quite creepy, which is what I like. That's a hell of a memorial, isn't it? Gravestone, headstone, whatever you want to call it. There are some quite large ones here. Looks like a family there, 1932, 1899. Stretches across here to my left, but that's right next to the main road. So I think I might just give that part, unfortunately, a miss. Good morning, spirits. I've come this morning in the hope to communicate with you. My name is Dave. Is there anybody here that is willing to come forward? Or is anybody here that is able to come forward? It's a beautiful, very old graveyard. 1887, 1884. And the lovely sound of a power tool in the distance there. Ugh. I should stick to countryside graves, shouldn't I? But you never know. At least I've been here, done that sort of thing. Whether this turns out to be any good of an investigation because of the noise, I don't know. But we can but try. Are there any spirits here willing to come forward? Like I say, my name is Dave. If you want to come forward and talk to me into any devices that I'm wearing or holding, it'll pick up your sound, it'll pick up your image if you want to show yourself. Have you got the ability to communicate? It really is a shame about the noise contamination, because this does have the makings of a rather creepy graveyard stroke investigation. If any spirits can come forward, I would really appreciate it if you could maybe let me hear your voice in the moment. If you can't do that, maybe talk into the devices. Because of the benefit of the background noise, all the noise pollution that we got here, it would be great if for once you could do a full manifestation in front of the camera. If you could please show yourself, or maybe some taps, some knocks, maybe it's on some trees or headstones. How about even if you throw a branch towards me in my general direction? That would be good, just to let me know that you're here with me. Man, apart from the maintenance guy coming with a strimmer every now and again, I don't think any single grave here has been maintained. Maybe the odd one or two. If I'm walking on anybody's grave, I do apologise. It is not intentional. There are many spaces here without headstones. So I believe they do have the potential of having graves in these, what appears to be open areas. It's a very, very uneven graveyard, this. Royal Air Force. Huh, look at that. Of all the old graves here, we've got one here from the 40s, 60s and 1984. Are there any spirits here with me today? Somebody willing to come forward? I would appreciate it if you could. I thought I'd get the K2 out. I'm going to put it on that headstone. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but if you're watching this on a TV, it's probably a bit better for you. And I'm going to run the spirit talker just as a sort of go-to direction on where to go. Hopefully something relevant might come. And typically that's not going to stand. What if I lie you down? Ugh, that's not brilliant, is it? Okay, I'll lean you against there. If any spirit wants to come forward. Oh, let me turn the volume up. The first word that's just come up says living. Is there anybody here that wanders us among the living?
Do you feel me?
I don't feel anything at all now. Are you trying to touch me? You could come and touch my hand, pull on an item of clothing, or pull my backpack. That's been known to happen a few times. But that device there with the green light, if you approach that, let me see how that looks on my screen. Yes, you might struggle if you're watching this on a phone or even a laptop, computer, whichever. But a TV, you should be able to see that pretty okay. Yes, if any spirits can come forward, ultimately pick it up and throw it, knock it over. But if you do approach it, hopefully you'll set off the lights. They're just stable on green right now. The lights can change and go.
Upset me.
Upset me. I haven't upset you, have I? Anyway, they can go up to orange, yellow,
Appear.
and red. Upset me and appear. Well, if I've upset you and you want to appear in front of me, please do so. We could have a conversation. Why don't we now have a little chat, and you could maybe tell me why I've upset you or why you're upset. But if you want to come forward and show yourself to me, I just had a weird sensation that there was somebody just behind me there. If you appear in front of me, or in front of this camera, then I can see you. We can have a little chat. Do you not like the fact that I'm here? I'm only here to visit you. I'd like to see how you are in the afterlife, where you are. Why don't you not tell me where it is that you are? Is it a place called heaven? Or are you somewhere else?
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium. I'm just going to brush that one off. Mind you, there'd be pandemonium in that building behind me, the hospital. Maybe there was pandemonium in the event of your death. I haven't seen the lights flicker once, so I assume there's no spirits there, or maybe there's no spirits strong enough.
A doorway is open.
To communicate. If a doorway is open, why don't you not step through that doorway and head towards me? Because I'm not ready to walk into that doorway to the other side. But if you can come and visit me, that would be fantastic. Isn't that lovely, that sound of that power tool, whatever it is that they're using? You're never going to get peace and quiet in any graveyard, any cemetery in a town. It was a place I wanted to come, but I didn't want to come. I didn't want to come because of the background noise of the traffic.
Despair.
Yeah, I feel like that. But I wanted to come because then at least that I've done this place. Your spirits, I don't think I'm ever going to return back to this graveyard. Bored. I'm not bored. Are you bored? Let's change that around. I don't think I'll ever come back to this graveyard. The only thing that puts me off from coming here is the sound of other people making a noise. If it wasn't for that, I most definitely would return. So why not make this worth my while by being here right now? If you could come forward. Does anybody have the ability to do so? Right, of all the names that I've got on here, right, it started off with living.
He's dangerous.
Who is dangerous? I'm not dangerous. I come here with the utmost respect. I come here with the utmost respect for everybody that's buried here. And I mean absolutely no harm to anybody at all, dead or alive. And I don't wish to be harmed. So you don't have to be fearful of me. Yeah, like I say, with the names that have come up, we got living, do you feel me, upset me, appear, pandemonium, a doorway is open, despair, bored, and he's dangerous. But what I'm asking for any spirit to come forward is give me your name. I want two names to come through here. I want the name of a spirit, and I want my name to be mentioned purely so I know that there's a spirit strong enough and able enough to be able to use this device and communicate with me. So any spirits that are powerful enough, strong enough, able to communicate, please say your name and or my name in this device.
Sin.
Now that's not a name. I'll give you another chance to say a name or my name. Any spirits, please. I wonder if the environment is just too uncomfortable, you know, next to a busy main road, in between a housing estate and a hospital, guaranteed 100% every day somebody is to make a racket. You've gone quiet on the spirit talker. Come on, give me a name, please. If you could, say my name. I want my name to come up on here, or your name.
Thank you for visiting.
Well, that's fine. That's really good. I enjoy doing these things. I enjoy visiting graves, graveyards, cemeteries, because a lot of you that have passed on might not have family to be able to come and visit you. So that's why I like to do that. I like to come and visit, but I like to try and communicate
Please
as well.
go right.
If I go right, to my right, is there something interesting going to happen?
Irish.
Irish, okay. I'll bear that in mind when I go in that direction. Irish, something Irish. Am I looking for an Irish person's name on a grave? Like I say, I've asked for a name and that still hasn't come up yet. So I'm going to knock this device off, because a lot of the times I do think this is just for entertainment purposes, but sometimes it does feel relevant. One last word or name. It's a name that I'm after. If you give me your name.
Impressive.
Thank you. It would be impressive if you did show yourself. It would be impressive if you came forward to communicate as well. Okay, I'm going to ask one more time a name. Give me your name and I'll see if I can go across there to my right and find your grave. Is it linked with something or somebody from Ireland? Somebody that's Irish? My K2 is just not doing nothing. Well, I haven't noticed it doing anything, so I'm going to pick that up now before I forget.
Attachment.
Right. So I've asked for a name several times and I've got no name. So let's knock this off. Right. As suggested by the spirit talker, go to the right. So I shall go up here. Is there a spirit up here that's been wanting me to come this direction? I do believe this may well possibly be a grave of somebody that was in the Royal Air Force. I'd a guess. What makes me guess that? Royal Air Force. Now then, there's a name on this grave here, Leslie Nora McCulloch. Now could that be an Irish name, McCulloch? I'll be guessing some Irish or Scottish, maybe. Man, look how close we are to the houses in the background. Well, that's Elsie Nora McCulloch. Elsie Nora, I don't want to set up my tripod here because the camera doesn't justify, but it is a very, very uneven surface here. But if you care to follow me, we can have a little chat. Well, some people do come here because there, next to that hedge, are some fairly fresh flowers. I couldn't be certain, but I don't know, with the rabbit there, I was thinking maybe that possibly could be a child. I don't know. I don't know, with the rabbit there, I was thinking maybe that possibly could be a child. I don't know. How about this Christmas themed one? So someone's just recently been here, grandson. Happy Christmas, special grandson. Just a young child. Yeah, I believe this is a children's section. Love from mom and dad. I've said it before, but when you see a child's grave, it's just not right. I think when people live past their mid-80s into their 90s, you know, that's a good life, that. This little section here, if I can just put my tripod down. A memorial to the Great War, First World War, 1914, 1918. That's a pretty cool bench, that. First World War soldiers and the poppies. There's this section here that just got my attention. I believe this is a child's grave section. I don't know. But I'm just seeing there. That little bear on the picture. Our beautiful baby girl born sleeping. Man. Old balloons. Little bears. Yeah, this is dedicated to children. Are there any children here that wish to come forward? I literally just heard a movement in this corner. I know it's a little breezy. Are there any spirits here with me? Any children? Are there any spirits here with me? Any children? Well, look at all these names on this wall. Have these all been cremated, I wonder? In love and memory of all our babies. Bloody hell. Are there any spirits here that wish to communicate? Any children that want to come forward? I always believed that the spirits of any children would be a little bit upset or even angry for the fact that they never had a chance to live their life. They were taken away too soon. Now, a little child, for whatever reasons they died, be it an accident or an illness, it just seems unfair. If anybody wants to come forward and tell me the story. How did you die so early, so young? I don't even want to look at the ages. It's heartbreaking when you see, well, that one there is a stillborn, basically. I mean, that, you know, when they don't even get a day old, some of them are months old and just a couple of years or whatever, it's just, it ain't right. If any spirits want to come forward, my name is Dave. I'm not here to harm you. I'm not here to be harmed. I just want to come and talk to you. If you want to come forward, feel free to do so. Tell me your story. Are there any children that wish to come forward and talk to me? Maybe you have a message. Would you have a message for me? Maybe you can talk, if you do have a message, into this device that I'm holding here and let me hear your voice. Let's have a little conversation. So if there's any children that wish to talk into this device, please do your best if you can. Could you give me your name? I've got a Shannon and Brandon over there. Shannon or Brandon, could you come forward? Joshua, George. Oh. I was just reading the dates on that one there. Born on the 29th of January, died on the 30th of January. Must have been twins, I guess. Are there any spirits of any twins that wish to communicate, maybe? If any spirits here, would you have a message from me? Use this device. Would you have a message? Just sort of change the frequency just to see if that makes any difference. Santa. There's a lot of Christmassy stuff here, isn't there? Are there any children that can come and communicate with me today?
After 10 o'clock today.
Any children? Any twins? Or is anybody within this graveyard able to come forward? Maybe it's the spirit of an Irish person. Young girl there called Sadie. Any names on this wall? Just give me one name quickly. That sounded like a little child shouting Nana. If there's any spirits of any children that want to communicate but you're too frightened, don't be frightened. I'm not here to harm. I'm only here to come and talk to you. It must be awful dying at such a young age. I take it the spirits of any children are struggling to get through. Yeah, I'm going to knock this off. I think, I don't know, I don't feel that the spirit box was too clever today. Do you know what? I feel I need to run, whether it be the spirit talker or should I do the ghost tube? You know, let's give the ghost tube a benefit of the doubt today as well. So any spirits here, any children, if you want to come forward and just see your name, maybe is in this device.
Watching.
You watching? Are you watching what I'm doing? You're probably wondering what the hell I'm doing here. Well, the reason I have a camera here videoing myself is because I like to video and document what I do and show people around the world so people can see
Bedroom.
that the paranormal does exist. Well, this camera is pointing in the direction of those houses, the back end of the houses, and I can see the bedrooms. Not that I'm peering in, but but yeah, there is clear views of bedrooms. Is that anything significant to what you're trying to communicate to me with, about, for? I'd love it if I had a name though, so I can, you know, I can call you directly, can't I? How about you tell me how you died? Did you die in an accident? Although some were stillborn. Obviously there's major complications if you only lived for one day. But for the benefit of any children that lived a little bit older than that, did you have an accident? Did you die of an awful disease? Or any children here, can you tell me that, are you happy now where you are? I mean, you must be happy and respect that whatever it was. Hello. You must be happy and respect that whatever it was that you died of, you're in no pain now. You mustn't be in any pain at all. I tell you what, you'd probably be in more pain if you were still alive, the state of the world is in right now. But yeah. Yes, as I was saying, the camera videos and documents so I can show people. The device in my hand is just for you to be able to try and communicate. The device that I've used before scans radio frequencies for you to talk through. I have a K2 here with lots of lights on it. You could make that flicker and let me know that you're here. If you come forward and touch... We're here. Where are you? You see the light on my hand, the green light? Now if you come and touch the device that I'm holding, I'll hold it lower. Obviously they're just children on there. But if you touch this device, theoretically, you should be able to make the lights change from green to yellow. Depending on how strong you are, you might even be able to make it go to orange or even red. Would anybody be able to do that?
I come and go.
That's just like what a child would do. You can imagine a child would come and run up to you and giggle and wah, you know, and then run away again. That's good. I don't mind that. You can come and go. Feel free to come anytime or go. It doesn't matter. If you want to play, I can sit and play. I don't mind. Would you like to be able to make the lights change different colour? It won't harm you. Doesn't do nothing other than the lights change from your energy. Maybe if a few of your children could...
Nobody knows.
I tell you what, I never knew about this place. I mean, I knew this graveyard was here, but I had no idea that this whole section was for children. But enough of you children come together, maybe you can all come and hold this device. Why don't you not even try and knock it out of my hand? You won't break it.
How do you feel?
I feel quite sad, if I'm honest. I feel quite sad for the fact that I'm stood here amongst a lot of children's graves where there's some horrible people in the world that live their lives every day and they go out to hurt people. The people that go out and thieve, they steal, they damage properties, they do horrible things, they bully people. There's some nasty, nasty people in the world, but there's some good people in the world. But you, children, never had your chance to live your life. So it's quite sad to be around all of you children that have passed on so early. But having said that, on the opposite side, it's nice that I'm here to be able to try and communicate with you. It's nice that I can come here. It'd be nice if you could come forward maybe. If anybody can come forward, just stand in front of me, stand by my side. Kneel, as in kneel down. Well, I would kneel down, but I'll be honest with you, I don't want to. If I kneel on this hard path, that is just going to really hurt my knees. If I kneel on this soft, squidgy grass, that's just going to make my jeans very wet. Are you telling me to kneel because you want me to be lower? Is it so you can maybe touch this device? Would that camera pick that up there? Ooh. How about... Right. Is that on camera? Yeah, sorry, it's because there's such a small screen on my camera, I assume that's there in shot. Right, so that device now is on the floor. So even if you're unable to walk, if you're so small, you can only crawl. Who told you? Who told you what? Even if you can't walk and you can just crawl, as babies would. You can come and approach that device. Now you can touch it, or you could even knock it over, and it's deadly still here. None of these windmills are moving. None of them are blowing around. And I'd be very impressed if you could knock that over. I'd be even impressed if you could just make the lights change to, I don't know, orange, yellow. This device on the floor, I mean, it could be your toy for today.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows what. Are you okay with me being here? Like I say, I mean no harm. I've only just come to see you, just to see how you're getting on, how you doing. If you could tell me how you passed over, just out of curiosity, I'd like to know.
Speak.
Yeah, speak into this device, speak into that device, or speak into this device. It'll pick your voice up. If you're too shy to show yourself in front of me, all you have to do is just let me hear your voice.
How?
How? Well, this device that I'm wearing with the fluffy bit on it, on my chest, is a microphone. That'll pick up your voice. The device that's on the tripod there, the camera, that has a microphone on it as well. That'll pick up your voice. And if you can say anything relevant into this device, that will pick up your voice. Well, that'll not record your voice, but any words that you say, any words or phrases can come through this device. So would you be able to do that? Give that a push over, go on. Just push it over. Just knock it backwards onto the grass.
Why are you here?
I'm just here to talk to you. I just want to communicate. I just want to find out if you're okay where you are. If you could tell me where you are. And if you know how you died, maybe you could tell me how you died. Could you tell me where you are on this device? You're in a place called heaven. Are you with other members of family that have passed on over the years? Are you with other members of family that have passed on over the years?
Don't leave.
You don't want me to leave? Well, I can't stay here all day. I do have things that I have to be getting on with today. But I can stay here a little while, but only if you can maybe come forward and show yourself or talk into my devices to let me know that you're here. You need help. What do you need help with? If you can't talk to me and I feel like I'm not getting anything in the way of conversation.
Roy.
Roy. Now the name has come up, Roy. Help Roy. Roy, what do you need help with? I'm just going to have a look on those names at the back just to see if there's a Roy. Like I say, I'm only going to stay if I know I can communicate. Well, I'm not reading every one, but I'm just going to glance, scan, read. Well, I'm not seeing a Roy.
Rose.
Rose. Now, is Rose a name? Is that a person's name that's trying to come through? Or are you on about rose as in those yellow roses next to there? Maybe Roy is over there. Do you know what? I haven't done too bad of a job, actually. I have pretty much read most of those names there, but the camera might not pick me up, might be just out of shot, but there's a little section here with some yellow roses. Miss you, grandson. Now then.
Slave.
Well, unfortunately, there is no name of Roy anywhere that I can see. Here's a rose here, just laid there. I can't tell. I don't suppose there are any children actually buried here. I assume that this is where they just scatter their ashes. Blessed. Well, it is a blessed area, isn't it, really, a graveyard?
I see you.
You see me. I can't see you, but if you want to come forward, it would be great if I could see you. Come and take my hand. I'll try and help Roy. Ooh. My hand has gone really cold. Are you holding my hand? Wow, that went really cold. No breeze. Windmill in the background, not moving. This one here not moving. If that was you trying to communicate with me, thank you so much. But anyway, children, I'm going to have to move on now because I've got many things I have to do, and I'm going to be on my way. So I want to say thank you so much. If you have tried to communicate, open it. Open what? Ooh. Yes, I've got to be getting on with my day now, so I'm going to go and head off. Like I say, I want to say thank you so much for communicating. For those of you who have tried to communicate, I really appreciate that. Just knock the spirit talker off. Not the spirit talker, I'm used to saying that because I use it all the time. The ghost tube. Right. Thank you, spirits. I might return here sometime, I don't know. Because in fairness, this little section here has been a little bit quieter. I can still hear a little hum of traffic in the distance and the odd noise here and there, but this has been the quietest part. It's been really good. Well, thank you, children, for trying to communicate. Those of you who have, I'm going to leave you all to rest in peace now. Maybe see you another time. Well, guys, I didn't expect to come across a children's grave area. Man, to be honest, as old as this graveyard is, as you can see, but the headstones are ancient, 1800s, most of them. And there's a newer grave, a newer cemetery, where those houses are. I don't know if you can see in the distance, but just on the other side, there's a massive cemetery, probably twice as big as this. And they're all newer graves. And yeah, I thought that children's area would have been over there. Maybe it's here because it's secluded. I don't know. If any spirits along this section here could communicate, let me hear your voice. Does anybody have the ability to do so? Well guys, I think this video might be slightly shorter than my usual, but I hope you liked it nevertheless. I really enjoyed doing this. I thought this was going to be quite bad at the beginning because of the sound of the road noise and the whatever power tool was going on. But it seemed to sort of settle in that respect. Obviously I'll not know until I edit this video, but yeah, I do feel I had a slight little good communication down there in that children's section. Well, yeah, overall quite a very ancient graveyard. No church in this one either. So anywho, bring this video to an end, guys. Thank you so much for watching this, as always, and I really appreciate every single person that does watch this and all the comments that people comment on. I love reading those. So yeah, hit the like, smash that like button, subscribe, hit the post notification bell and share the video. I want to say thank you again, guys, for watching this. I really appreciate it. And until the next video, stay safe, take care, bye for now.